Hey everyone, this is CryptoDream. I'm here to bring you another video. This thing has so much popularity that I have to bring it to you, even though there's a lot of risk involved. But why would I recommend it? Or why would I bring it to your attention if there's so many risks? I'll show you right now.
Three, two, one, zero.
Talking about SquidGrow. This token has been taken off. If you look at the charts, it has been flying by. This thing was released June 18th, 2022. And here's the reason why I'm hesitant to show you, but I must show you, is that it has 7 out of 100. Be aware of this. So a lot of the things is like on the edge of where Token Sniffer finds things appropriate. So for instance, when we look at the buy fee, it says 5%. Well, it's 8%, 3%. If that's an issue, take note and do what you think's best. I'm not a financial advisor, and you guys are going to have to make your own decision. I'm just bringing forth something that has popularity right now, which is one of the key factors to a successful crypto. So we have sell fee is less than 5%. It's 8%. So the token has a high sell fee also, according to Token Sniffer. It says the contract contains ownership functionality and ownership is not renounced, which may allow the creator to modify contract behavior, disable selling, change its fees, and mint new tokens. There's legitimate reasons, as it says, for renouncing ownership. Check the project team for such information. One of the good things we see is the wallet says right here contains less than 5% of the circulating supply. It says the owner wallet contains 0%. And then it says there's a wallet that contains a substantial amount of the token supply that could impact the token if sold. This is one of the key things that really gains interest in this token is its liquidity. Its liquidity is pretty insane. When it initial liquidity was 22 BNB on PancakeSwap 2, and then like 370 BUSD on PancakeSwap. But if you look up here, it says current liquidity is 3,416, almost 17 liquidity pool. It went from 22 BNB to 3,416. Its liquidity is very attractive, like just the ability to buy and sell smoothly. Liquidity usually deals with, so the slippage doesn't have to change much. Once with low liquidity, it's kind of hard to buy and sell. But this one has plenty, it seems, that it can transfer. So here's one thing that you guys need to realize too is it's Token Sniffer's preference is that 95% of the liquidity burn or locked for 30 days. And it has 65.41%. This is in the Murdra locker until July 1st, just less than a year, 2023. And then you go right here and it says ownership creator wallet contains less than 5% liquidity. It has 14.95%, almost 3 times more than what Token Sniffer would recommend or approve of. It says the owner wallet contains a substantial amount of liquidity which could allow for significant amounts to be removed or rug pulled. All right, so there are all the red flags that Token Sniffer has. Let's continue on to see what this thing actually offers and why people are so attracted to it. I'd also need to mention that this is not a honeypot at this time, according to Token Sniffer. Here we are, SquidGrow 001. About SquidGrow, safest growing meme utility token. From the surface, I love how it's presented to you, how it looks. It looks very attractive to the eyes. To me, personally, cosmetically appealing. Obvious Squid Game ties. These are all directly from what appears to be Squid Games. I get nervous about if there's any kind of copyright. At this point, it's still early on, and there doesn't seem to be any warned about their obvious connection to the Netflix show Squid Games. SquidGrow is set out to become the world's biggest, safest utility meme coin on the Binance Smart Chain. We will continue to grow until we reach the top marketing, utility, and more. Meme. SquidGame is token named after a popular TV series, Squid Game. Says they're right in there from Squid Game. So, utility, staking, liquidity pool staking, and utilities already released. More utilities are to come. Stick around for more Squid Game themed utility. Huge marketing, with the owner of the token being a day one SHIB holder. The connection and possibilities for marketing it are endless. So the total supply was that 1,000 trillion right there? That is a lot. It has growing popularity. It's kind of irrelevant sometimes how much the supply is. We got 19% staking, 5% team, 8% marketing, 8% development, 4% giveaway, 15% partnerships, 3% airdrop, 9% exchanges, 25% liquidity pool. And these are from the 8% total buy tax and the 8% total sell tax, which I might add, if you look at Token Sniffer, it says 8%, 8%. So that's right up with what Token Sniffer says. So the phase one is you have to have a reason to leave this place, but I don't. Team recruitment, create socials, create logo, or community growth and development. So it looks like they've probably surpassed that. It says, do you know what someone with no money has in common with someone who has too much money? Living is no fun for them. PC stealth launch, release utility, number 1 staking, initial marketing push, call channels and influencers, contest and giveaways, KYC. The development team, it says Shibtoshi, owner and main developer, mysterious, elusive, legendary, and loaded. Then we got Riley, core team, CFO, obsessive, sleeps 2 hours block so he can always be up to date with the charts. Then we got Dane, which looks like an actual picture. I don't recognize him from anything, like in reference to a show or anything. The other two obviously look like from a show. Looks like Texan with 7 years full-time crypto experience, former NCCAA athlete, strength coach, professor, gamer with a background in cybersecurity, leader of the Blockchain Brothers marketing company, cryptocurrency skills including project leadership management, marketing strategy, technical analysis, and public speaking. Have taken several high-profile projects to huge market caps. Veracity, Hokakata, Inu, Kishu, Inu, Hodl Token, Super Shiba, Ethos, SafeDex, Floki, and recently Catcoin. The main one that I noticed is Floki, SquidGrow, APY 50% deposit SquidGrow, earn SquidGrow, unlock wallet. LP SquidGrow plus BNB, SquidGrow, APY 500% deposit cake. LP earn SquidGrow, unlock wallet. Here's instruction on how to stake. Make sure you're holding SquidGrow and BNB assets in your wallet. Go to PCs and add LP's sub page. Click here. Add a pair of SquidGrow and BNB. Stake LP tokens. Generally, when you when you liquidity pools, you get paid for some of the transaction fees. We got a market cap of 36.54 M. I have to guess that's million. Volume is 4.62 M. Circulating supply is 610 trillion. And then match supply is 1 quadrillion. They are audited by Solidity Finance. They are listed on Bitmart, BKEX, Reflex, Renegade, CoinTiger, Dcoin. Look at all those names. So this is another audit summary. If Token Sniffer is not enough information for you, here's something that might. It's obviously a Binance Smart Chain and an automatic liquidity providing protocol. This audit was reviewed by project team's SquidGrow contract on the Binance Smart Chain. Audit findings, low findings were identified, and the team should consider resolving these issues. In addition, centralized aspects are present. June 27, 2022. Description: swap and liquefy functions transfers BNB from the contract to the team's fee wallets using the transfer function instead of the call function. The risk of this is the transfer function uses hard-coded gas amount of 2,000 or 2,300, meaning transactions could run out of gas as the team receives BNB if the receiver is a contract. Recommendation: the team should ensure the receiver address are not smart contracts or use .call.value instead of it. Does not have the gas limitation. The team has not yet addressed this issue. So that's up and centered. Finding number 1, something for you guys to be aware of. Finding number 2, informational. The chatbot function contains the following issues. This is cont check can be bypassed through the contract's constructor as a contract's assembly its code size is equal to 0 when deploying. The pair address will be added to the anti-bot list when the user attempting to buy tokens before the contract start time. The following check is redundant as pair address should always be set to true in the is internal mapping sender pair. Yep. Risk or impact. Function can be bypassed by making it possible for a contract address to transfer tokens. The pair address will be added to an anti-bot list when the user is attempting to buy tokens before the contract start time, which will increase fees to 99% on all buy-sell transactions. Recommendation: as a contract is already deployed, we recommend that the team never reset the contract start time and never enable the anti-bot functionality. The chatbot function should be modified to check to verify the address participating in the transfer is not a contract. Remove the redundant check above and ensure that the pair address will never be added to the anti-bot list. The checkbot function could be modified as follows. Okay, so we have, looks like 2 left. Description: although the SafeMath library is utilized, the contract is deployed to Solidary v0.8.14, which has built-in overflow checks. Recommendation: SafeMath could safely be removed to reduce the contract size, deployment cost, and the gas costs on all the transactions that utilize it. Finding number 4. Informational. Several state variables cannot be modified but are not declared constant. Recommendation: the state variables should be declared constant for additional gas saving on each reference. Contract overview. We're almost there, guys. If I'm helping you guys out, teaching you something you didn't know, if there's any information that you needed, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe as I continue. The total supply of this token is set to 1 quadrillion SquidGrow. No mint or burn functions are present, though the circulating supply can be decreased by sending tokens to the dead address. At this time, writing of this report, there are 3,808 total token holders. The token allocation is as follows: 26.26 of the total supply belongs to the team farm contract, which this contract was not in scope for this audit. Make a mental note of that. 13.59% of the total supply belongs to the wallet controlled by the team. The next 5 EOAs own a cumulative 16.04 of the total supply. 11.2% of the total supply is in PancakeSwap liquidity. Of that liquidity, 71.4% of the LP tokens are stored in an unverified contract. You might want to make a mental note of that. 27.39 of the liquidity pooled tokens belong to the team's farm contract. The team must manually enable trading before all the tokens transfers can take place on the platform. Only users that have been exempt from the fees can participate in transfers when trading is disabled. Once trading is enabled, it cannot be disabled. The contract enforces a maximum wallet amount that provides the transfer from occurring if the recipient's token balance will exceed the limit of number of tokens set by the team after transfer occurs. So there's the limit. It doesn't state what it is. The contract enforces a maximum transaction amount set by the team, which imposes a limit of number of tokens that can be transferred during any given transaction. Make a note of that. The contract features anti-bot mechanism that is triggered when any contract that has not been excluded by the team is either the sender or the recipient of the transfer, or when the user attempts to transfer tokens before the start time of the contract address has been reached. The anti-bot functionality contains logical issues as identified in finding number 2. Accounts have been added to the anti-bot list will be taxed at a 99% rate. There is a liquidity fee, marketing fee, staking fee, and a burn fee for all transfers where neither the sender nor the recipient is excluded from fees. Fees are increased on all non-buy transactions by the transfer percentage set by the team. The tokens collected through fees are stored in the contract address. The tokens are swapped for BNB for the purpose of funding PancakeSwap liquidity when following the conditions are met. More than 150 billion tokens are transferred. The threshold number of tokens set by the team in the contract address has been reached. The automatic liquidity added functionality is currently enabled. The contract is not currently performing an automatic liquidity add. The caller is not initiating a buy transaction. At least 7 sell transactions and peer-to-peer transfers have occurred since the functionality has previously occurred. There is so much information here. I appreciate that you guys are sticking through this. The team can assign addresses and authorize the row maintain controls of various row restricted functions within the contract. Authorized address can set total fees up to 10% at any time. Authorized addresses can set the additional fee on all the non-buy transactions to any percentage at any time. Make a note. Authorized address can include and exclude accounts from transfer fees and maximum transaction limit. Authorized address can disable the anti-bot mechanism at any time. Authorized address can remove contracts from the anti-bot list at any time. I might have just said that. Authorized contracts can be set the maximum wallet and maximum transaction amount to any values greater than 5 trillion tokens. Authorized address can be updated the amount BNB that gets allocated to the marketing fund, staking fund, and liquidity fund to the values at any time. Authorized address can update the start time and the contract at any time. Authorized address can withdraw any tokens from the contract at any time. Authorized address can split all of the BNB contracts amongst 4 wallets controlled by the team at any time. Authorized addresses can send any amount of BNB from the contract to the team's default address. Authorized addresses can withdraw any of the LP tokens of the contract at any time. Authorized address can disable automatic liquidity adds at any time. Authorized address can set the threshold number of tokens that triggers an automatic liquidity add to the value at any time. Authorized address can add accounts as the initial address, which excludes the address from the anti-bot mechanism, maximum wallet limit, transfer counter logic, and swap back logic at any time. Authorized address can update the team's liquidity address, marketing address, staking address, default address, and for team wallet to any address at any time. So I'm going to go ahead and state that with all these abilities to be able to control the multiple functions of this crypto, you need to have some kind of trust in the development team. Obviously, there's one person that seems to be doxxed. The other 2 are kind of hidden. So be cautious, use your own research and own best judgment when it comes to this. The audit results, of course, have arbitrary jumps in storage right, pass, centralization of control, warning. The LP tokens generated through the automatic liquidity adds are sent to a liquidity address set by the team. The team can set additional fee on all non-buy transactions to any percentage. The team can manually add accounts to the anti-bot list. The team can withdraw SquidGrow tokens from the contract. So compiler issues pass, delegate call on to untrusted contract pass, dependence on predictable variables pass, ether tokens theft pass, flash loans pass, front running pass. The automatic token swapping functionality may be susceptible to front running. The team must monitor, and if suspicious activity is detected, the team should lower the value or disable the systems altogether. Improper events pass, improper authorization scheme pass, integer over and underflow pass, logical issues warning. The chatbot function contains multiple issues as identified in finding 2. Oracle issues pass, outdated compiler version pass, race conditions pass, reentrancy fee or reentrancy pass. Reentrancy, I believe, is when someone tries to double a transaction, but obviously they passed. Signature issues pass, unbound loops pass, unused code pass, overall contract safety pass. So through all the different things that we've read that were warnings, they believe this to be a passing, which would be good. Inheritance charts, Safe Math Liquidity Grow has IBEP20 and auth, iFactory, iRouter. Here's the graph. Internal call is the orange-yellow. Wait, that's the external call is the orange-yellow. And the internal call is the green. So this has more information than the common person will probably understand. Going through the functions. In case you didn't really know anything about this audit team, here's the information they provide. Was founded in 2020 and quickly grew to have one of the most experienced and well-equipped smart chain auditing teams in the industry. Our team has conducted over 1,300 Solidarity smart contracts audits covering all major project types and protocols, securing a total of $10 billion in the on-chain value. If I recall correctly, Certec has like 1,800 plus. Yeah, so just to give you kind of a mind reference of which our firm is well reputed in the community and is trusted as the top smart contract auditing company for the review Solidarity code, no matter how complex. Our team of experienced Solidarity smart contracts auditors performs audits for tokens, NFTs, crowd sales, marketplaces, gambling games, financial protocols, and more. Contact us today for a free quote on a smart contract audit of your project. Typically, a smart contract audit is a comprehensive review process designated to discover logical errors, security vulnerabilities, and optimization opportunities within the code. A Solidarity audit takes this a step further by verifying economic logic to ensure the stability of the smart contracts and highlighting privilege functionality to create a report that is easy to understand for developers and community members alike. How do I interpret these findings? Well, we got the high, which is obviously high risk, high probability of its exploitation in the smart contracts, serious logical issues that can prevent the code from operating as intended, medium severity issues which take place at some users' risk at medium high to high probability of exploitation. Low severity issues have a relatively minor risk association. These issues have a low probability of occurring or have a minimum impact. Informational poses no immediate risk, but to inform the project team of opportunities for gas optimization and following smart contracts security best practices. Now, that was a lot to cover. I hope you guys appreciate all that because I know most people will not sit through half. I would like to do a quick Google search over SquidGrows and see if there's any information. So, in reviewing this, I give you guys as much information as I could for you to make the best judgment for yourself. Now, there's so many red flags that I cannot just straight up say, hey, you should really go after this one. But due to its popularity, I feel like it's a must that I cover it. Please let me know what your experience has been, because the people that I've talked to that have experienced it are really excited about the project and most definitely see a lot of growth coming. It is very enticing, but you have to balance everything out for yourself, determine what is best for you and your finances. Please do not spend any money that you're not willing to lose, and do your due diligence. Look into the token. Tell me what you think in the comments. This is CryptoDream. I'm here trying to make our crypto dreams reality so that we can provide for our family, provide for our dreams, and make everything possible. Like I said, if I added any value, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.